All right, welcome, welcome. All right, so War Within is here. I've been playing a little bit, playing here and there. My shaman is up to level 77. I have a monk at 80 already. I finished the campaign. I did a lot of the initial leveling through the campaign and a little bit of dungeons, some side questing as well. Leveled with a group for some dungeons here and there, and decided they wanted to finish their leveling. I got ahead of them, and they wanted to finish their leveling through dungeons as well. And I said, well, instead of running dungeons on my monk right now while I'm running with some friends, let me start my shaman. And so I started running some with them, finishing off the shaman. And they're not on right now, but I want to continue leveling the shaman since I got such a dent put into the shaman so quickly. I want to make sure that I'm still working diligently to get the shaman finished off. So let's see what we can do. So that's what we're going to be focused on this morning, just kind of running some dungeons with the shaman. I haven't really played since the start of Dragonflight, and at the start of Dragonflight, I was playing a game. I do have some experience playing Shaman for a Mythic Raiding Guild in the past. It's been a hot minute. So I'm also kind of relearning what it is I'm doing. And at the same time learning some of the new tricks and tips and kind of what's going on with the character, right? Like Shaman has a party-wide buff now. When did that happen? I'm used to a couple of totems, but not buffs. But it's here now. It looks pretty good as far as buffs go. And then we've obviously got our, I want to call them talents. They're not talents. They are, oh gosh, what are they? These things. Are they hero talents? Is that what they're called? The hero talent trees? We've got them, whatever they are, right? And I'm doing Farseer. It's all about getting Grandma and Grandpa to show up and do some extra stuff for us. So that's what we're doing today. Go ahead and get a little bit of healing going on. Spot heal. I'm not doing the chain heal totem stuff. So a lot of it is based around kind of spot healing, which seems like I've never seen the beam come this direction. I've always seen it where I need to kite left instead. So I guess that's random. We're still learning the dungeons, right? I mean, it's only been out for a couple of days. I don't feel bad making mistakes. Everybody's got to learn. I'm trying to learn a class and learn dungeons, so here we are. But if I can do it, you can do it too. There's no reason to not be playing War Within. Jump in, get started. Yeah. I'm not sponsored. I just want to make sure there's a good player base. Oh, that didn't free him? Oh, okay, whatever. Put on Spirit Walkers, a lot of tanks like Icons, hallway thing and everything. Make sure we do that. Plus we gotta heal up everybody from their fall damage whenever they pick up. Get Grandma and Grandpa Ancestral out. Drop a totem, get some extra healing going. Ooh, stood in that a little bit too long. That's okay. I didn't do any gearing on any of my characters, really, during pre-patch. So my gear is horrible. I get a kick out of it, actually. Picking up grays. The game is telling me that grays are a big upgrade for me. I put grays over what I'm using. Because my gear is that horrible.
Command this rookery by right.
Riptide. Get a couple more out there. We've got some downtime and cooldowns. Lava Birds is out. Heyo! Look at that. We're going from a 352 to a 535. 344%.
I do not like
sure what
that
this
it
blue
feels
bubble was.
darker
Is
and
this?
colder as we go down.
Wasn't that?
But there are more survivors to rescue.
What?
The lift is out. If we want to keep going, we will have to go down the Storm Rider way. We have to take it
I guess
down.
it's Stormrook's favor. That's pretty cool. Okay. That's why we want to hit the birds, I guess. When we hit a bird, we get the buff that deals extra damage, which makes those chain pulls a little bit smoother. Dungeons are not... I mean, I guess everybody that's buying the Epic Edition, more or less, except for people like me, are probably players that have been playing through the last expansion, probably have some habits in here. So, right now, dungeon spamming seems to go pretty well. You're looking at the damage meters in the bottom to kind of get that idea. We kind of blow through stuff pretty quickly. Shield myself so I can focus on everybody else. This is a pretty spicy pull. It does seem like Spirit Link Totem is a little bugged, so I don't want to use that. Every time I've used it so far, somebody's died. It's like it's bouncing hit points around a little bit too much. That's cool. I was hitting the wrong button. We lost the tank. That's kind of the one that I wanted to follow out of the group. bounce out and reset. Alright, leather and cloth gear. We're not worried about those right now. We'll keep rolling.
I have many, many wares.
Did I not just repair?
Many
Oh, my
years
auto
for a
repair's off.
friend
No wonder.
from
Yeah, my gear probably is breaking. I never hit that button. Oh, let's see if we can find. I thought there was an auto repair. I might not have it with LVUI. I thought it might have been a different add-on that provided it. That's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Oh. What do we have? We have a different bear this time. So I got a buddy playing warrior. I've seen a couple other warrior tanks. I don't think I've seen any paladin tanks in my adventure so far. That's not to say they don't exist. Obviously, they're out there. They exist. People are playing. But as much as I've been running dungeons, I haven't been seeing them. Why am I stuck? Inside of... Oh, crap. That sucks. That's embarrassing, really. That's what I get for trying to mess around on my other screen to pull up my stream that I should have clearly had on before. I want to loot all these things. They're considered humanoids, and I'm running Tailorer just so that I can collect cloth. Figured if I'm running all these dungeons, I wanted tailoring and enchanting so I can get the materials early on. Not necessarily the best reasons to run tailoring and enchanting per se, but it's what works for me, to say the least. I love farming. Naturally, I love farming dungeons, and I love getting the most out of the dungeons. I really wish people would stop popping these damn eggs. They hurt so badly. We ran by a spider that had a tailoring thing, but I may have missed it. Whew, some boots too, man. We are cooking today. Replacing some 233s, yeah. Man, we're actually gonna have some real people gear soon.
Intruders, find them!
healing's going. We're ascended. We're spirit walking. We're taking some grubs over here on the side. We're putting out a shield on me. Focus on everybody else. Get out of bad. Getting a lot of bad right now because we are pulled like crazy. Tanks are thinking they're invincible, and then scaling kicks in sometime around like 75, 77. It's hit me for sure. Even with my crap gear, it's hit me pretty good. And all of a sudden, not quite as invincible as you were before. This tank is 70, so they should be doing pretty well.
Competent drones.
It's not just on them, right? Like, this Hunter's 78, their DPS is probably falling off. 76 Death Knight, probably starting to feel the pains of some of the scalings. Just got to be cognizant of stuff like that. Plus, you never know what the experience is of the people that you're playing with.
You'll falter my swarm.
Some of these pulls are spicier than they probably need to be. I'm all for going fast, but when the group's not coordinated, it makes it hard. Dang, are we 3 for 3 on gear drops right now? My shaman's gonna be decked out from this one run today.
Queen Neferis refused to reclaim that glory. But
I'm gonna sit in the Discord for the guild. Nobody's in it yet,
Ansarek
Players to
and the Black Blood will usher in a new age for Ajkahet.
Spirit walkers and heal some people.
The harvest will prevail!
Alright, 78. And we went 4 for 4 on loot in this one. Sweet. Getting all that yummy, delicious gear. Let's see, what are these replacing? 541s that are replacing 347s. No big deal. No big deal. Alright, we're up to 77. How are we doing on our cloth? Not really picking up much. We have 7 so far. The Weaver cloth is pretty good. I did, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but what I've chosen to do, again, I'm only really taking enchanting and tailoring so that as I'm running dungeons, I am picking up mats, so I went into Textile Treasures, and I'm taking the one that gives me extra cloth. Hey, I'm doing well. How are you doing today? I was trying to see if I was gonna get a tank in here, but looks like he's doing some world quests. We'll join a little later.
The expedition built the Priory as a place to contemplate the mysteries of Beledar. The
Oh,
gods
this
sought to
is a
kill you.
79 tank.
Captain Dale Cry is protecting something. Each of his lieutenants bolsters his tactics. Draw them away and defeat them.
Pulling stuff at Nature Locks. Awesome.
Chainmail, your training grounds fall to the intruders!
Oh. I think that was a trap. That shit hurt. Pretty nasty little bleed on me, too. Guess nobody wants to finish off the guys in the back. Shield totem down. Gone through a lot of mana. with these fairly large and fairly, I'm going to go ahead and say, fairly uncontrolled pulls. I know there's some ranged guys here, but if you're going to pull large, you got to expect the range, and you got to have an answer for it. LOSing, or, I don't know, something. Need to try to get some mana back up. Not so much for like this stuff and the boss, but the pulls after this, I imagine this guy's gonna go a little crazy and
Ours is the true path for the Arathi! Feel Ember's wrath! Put an end to these heathens!
just take it a little chill here, try to get some mana back up.
Glory!
Dalcry was
Are these still strikes, lackeys? God! God!
Alright, these consecrations are no joke. Tide totem. Oh. Alright, things are dying. We're kind of catching back up.
Soon, the true faithful will arise, and the Arathi will be mighty.
Look at that consecration just eat through everybody's health that was standing in it. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's like 25% of their health every tick. I wonder what it's gonna look like on like heroic or mythic. If you're not constantly kiting, you might just die.
They've served their purpose. Baron, demonstrate your worth.
Those who oppose the Emperor will... What have we here? Intruders! Glory guides my hammer!
This guy playing Diablo 2, look at all those blessed hammers running around.
Shielded by flames light! Glory guides my hammer! My first defeat.
Murprey has warped the Priory from a place of contemplation to an uprising. Why? She has always preached of the strength of the Emperor's will, but to turn against us is madness.
Belladar is the crucible. It burns away.
Alright,
weakness.
another fairly large pull
Blinding
from those
light
tanks.
reveals the strength. We Arathi like an army of the risen. The Arathi will defeat the Nerubians, conquer Khazar and subjugate the world. Hush, outsiders. Beledar's sacred flame will simply raise him back to duty. Sacred flame will purge your
So what?
transgressions.
Whoa, how'd that happen?
Flames take
Got a couple extra hours today.
by blaze be purified.
I'm streaming. Oh,
Flames take
Current. Backslash, lasers. Nobody right now is watching it, but the plan is to put these on YouTube too. So. And you never know who's going to come in. Yeah. Well, more importantly, I don't want you to, you know, tell me your social security number at the advertisement. Most of the real evidence know it, actually.
by blaze be purified. Flames take
Everybody's died in this room. Like all the DBS. Just me and the tank up here. We can't get across. Ooh.
flames take.
I think prime subs are a thing,
Flames
yeah.
be purified.
Awesome, thank you. Plus 50.
Take Empire will
It'll be there. I have all of that stuff automated. It'll be there. It should be.
It
I see it
is
on my
done.
side. There it is.
These
I see a little
zealots
zombie
no
running
longer
that says that
steer
you've
our
subbed.
faith towards destruction.
There is an emote. It's my face, actually.
All who take comfort in the light of the sacred flame, thank you.
Dude, act like you work in technology for a second and realize it takes time. You're right. My bad. Yeah. If you're here to run stuff, let's do stuff. All right. I mean, honestly, there's not really much to do with the early access here. I was kind of upset. I was telling my wife last night, she's taking the kids to a birthday party for a cousin today and stuff, and she's like, yeah, are you excited to have, like, the house to yourself and get a lot done? And I'm like, actually, I kind of already finished everything that I wanted to get. Like, I've never had this happen before in a WoW expansion. I feel like I've always... Yeah, like leveling normally takes longer, and then I don't know, alts are not really approachable, so it's not something I want to start, and there's more gearing involved, and I'm like, I can run some dungeons and I can boost my item level a little bit, but none of it really matters until heroic dungeons start. Well, Mythic Zeros are going to be out. I thought Mythic Zeros launch, but Mythic Pluses don't launch until Season 1. Mythic Plus doesn't launch until Season 1, yeah. But I think Mythic Zeros launch at the same time Heroics, I think. I mean, I'm going off of a YouTube video that I watched yesterday, so it could have been the guy that I was watching was full of shit. Or I heard wrong. Which either one is possible, given that I was just grinding dungeons. Where are you, and why? Like, okay, there you are. You logged in. That's step 1. Grab your gloves. That sucks. We're not going to have anything to do for a while. Well, I mean, I've got adventure mode turned on this character. So, yeah. Yeah, that was what I thought too. Well, I'm almost like halfway through 78, so I should be 80 in like no time flat. Especially since you're going to be chain pulling everything under the sun. Because that's how you do it. I think that's what my monk's at. 550 or 555 or something. Like, yeah. Maybe I'm a little shy of that. Maybe I'm 545 on my monk. I just want to unlock Earthens. I would love to have been able to unlock Earthens so I could start leveling Earthen characters during this time. I know. I'm so sad. And you have to finish the campaign, which I'm sure you've seen after you hit level 80 has like 5 chapters already showing. And before you can even start chapter 1 of the War Within level 80 campaign, you have to get all of the reps to rank 4. Yeah, I mean, I was like at least 3 with everybody by the time I finished the campaign, but ironically, I think that's the one that I have at 4, and I think the others are at 3. But you probably did a lot more like side questing while leveling. I spent Friday booking it through the campaign, trying to just doing that, no side quests as I finished out. So the last side questing that I did was when you, David, and I ran through it the other night, and I mean, even that was mostly campaign focused, not really too side questy. And I think I finished, and I was at like 78 and a half or something, and I'm like, cool, that's like really not much. We can just go ahead and grind out these dungeons, wrap it up. They are. Azkahat is not too unlike Azhat. Well, good news is you have plenty of time to go through it because there's nothing else to do in early access. I'm actually a little salty over how lame early access is. It is, and I guess it's also nice to only be playing with, like, how many people do you think bought Epic as opposed to the regular editions of this? Maybe like 15-20% of the player base, so we're not fighting over like resources and doing quests. That's kind of nice. I was on Reddit the other night, last night maybe, and I was reading about that, and people were like, it's an extra $80 for me and my wife to get it, and we can buy other games. Okay, but how many hours are you going to put in through an early access weekend between the two of you? And then if you factor in that the Epic Edition also comes with a month of game time, you can take $15 off, or in their cases, since they're buying two, $30 off the top price. At that point, like, I don't know, $25, $35 for a weekend's worth of entertainment beats the hell out of a movie's ticket, as long as you're gonna, like, I don't know, what does that break down to? Invest more than 4 hours? It's nothing at that point. You have more money than God, so yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I would agree. But I also spend stupid amounts of money on games and hardware every year. Like yourself. I'm not a stranger to paying the stuff, and if I want it, I'm just gonna get it. I don't think that $90 for the Epic Edition is out of hand, especially when we look at it's an MMO that is going to take up a lot of time. Like, truthfully, I could probably stop playing tomorrow and have my money's worth out of $90 and feel okay with it. But we both know that's not what's going to happen. I'm going to play it for the next 2 years. Hopefully. Yeah, but I also don't like. I don't really mind that part either, right? Like I said, I can go through the quests, I can get it done, and if other people want to save $40 by waiting, I guess that's on them. Not much different than saying, "Oh, well, I'll pick it up when I get paid next week." Oh yeah, taking pictures of everybody as you ride through. I did that one on the monk the other night. Oh, you got a great shot. Look at that. I'll be right back. I think my food just got delivered.